Welcome to Living Off the Van. We're the Nolders, Henry and Sarah, along with our 3 kids, Nyoka, Kiana and Louie. We've packed up our everyday lives to travel Australia with no known end date. Watch and subscribe to Living Off the Van to follow our adventures and see all the amazing places we go. Hello and welcome back to another video. We have decided that this video we're going to give you a walkthrough of our caravan. We have had many requests for everyone to have a look, so finally we're getting to it. It may take us a few videos to get it all done for you, just because of the kids, but here it is, our Lotus Offgrid 23'3 Caravan.
We decided to go with the Lotus because, I don't know, we just like them and they're sort of built for everything that we want to do moving forward with our trip. We didn't want to we wanted to go a little bit more remote than what most could, if that makes sense, and to be as comfortable with the kids as possible.
Yeah, and we walked into this van and straight away loved the layout, loved the look, and just, yeah, fell in love with it. So
now this is a stock van from Perth. We had it shipped back to Victoria for us, and we didn't get to do any of the build stage, so there's a few extras or a few things that we've added to this van since receiving it that we think we needed, and it's turning out that we definitely needed them. So yeah, so anyways, we'll give you a look. Might have a helper for this video, I'd say.
Yeah, we tried to put him down for a nap, but he never wants to nap when we want him to nap, so.
Alright, we'll start down the very front here. One of the first things we changed was the Boss 370 jack. Now, I might throw over a quick video of how that works, but long story short, you use a drill to wind it up and down, and probably one of the best upgrades I've done so far. Like, it cost about $400, $450, but there's been a couple of places where we've had very unlevel ground, especially around the toe ball area, and we thought that we need to get one that'll lift up a lot higher. Like, I'm talking, there'd be at least 1.5 foot extra height in this jack that you can lift it up to. We've got the stone guards, which is the factory fitted one. It's been working well so far, so we'll probably just stick with it for now. 2 9-kilo gas bottles. I don't really know how long we're running on a gas bottle. Probably close to 4 weeks. Just depends on how much you stay at caravan parks. Like sometimes if you stay at, like Wilson's Prom, for example, we were using their showers and stuff down there, so we're saving a fair bit on gas for the hot water. We're also using the Wikicamp's gas refill app. That's been really handy to find the places that do refills, and you just look on the app and it shows you exactly which ones do it instead of driving to every single one to try and find it. We got that off a couple in Malakuta that were camped right next to us, and I reckon they'll be watching this video, so thank you. That was a great tip. Toolbox, so it's split in half. This side half is actually a little bit bigger. It'd probably be 100 mil bigger on this side. It's probably a little bit hard to see inside of it. So inside, we usually carry our collapsible table right up against this right hand side. We've also got the blue quarter bulker bag that we carry all our firewood and stuff in. But we've also got in there the snorkels and stuff for the kids, a collapsible bin which we were using at the very start, but we've changed to what we do with that now. We probably don't really need that anymore. There's a collapsible bucket in there that squashes down to hardly nothing. We've got Louie's little pen that we put out when we do 4 or 5 night stays in the one spot, a couple of sand toys and a few other bits and pieces. In that green bag, I've just got servicing stuff like drill bits and chargers for the chainsaw and the drill. In this tunnel boot here, we ended up putting the barbecue on the slider inside here. It wasn't something that we really wanted to do. We wanted to put it in the toolbox, but if we were to do that, I would have been standing about here to try and cook, and I would have had to have lifted the door up and down here, and it would have only went to here. Like it just was impractical basically. But we do have to remove the lid to put, and we store that inside the front box when we're traveling. Also in here is the factory supplied by Lotus jack and a couple of pool noodles which Sarah really wanted to bring. And we've got this prawn torch which we got at Lake Tyres. We probably don't really need that anymore. And inside here is it's got a slight bow in this bar which you can't probably really see with the camera, but it goes in the center of the awning to basically hold it up to let better water run off, I suppose. And also the hook to pull the awning down's in there as well. That's pretty much it that's in there. Like it's very minimal. If you end up buying, you can get a Weber or what's the other one? A Ziggy, isn't it? I'm pretty sure the Ziggies probably actually fit in there with the lid. You can leave it on there and it doesn't have to be detached. But yeah, we really like our Webers, so we decided we wanted one of them. Louis decided to run down the water, which there's crocodiles down there, and we had to stop. So yeah, we have a Weber, and that's just what we've gone with. We had to get this extended hose, which I'm pretty sure we got from Weber as well in Mildura at TJM. I think that's where I bought all this from that one place when we were in Mildura and installed it up there. So yeah, that's basically the nuts and bolts of that. We've got the LED lights here underneath the awning, and there's one just right above the barbecue. That one's quite handy for when you're cooking meals and stuff. That one's not individual, it's linked in with these other ones. It's a two-stage light, so it's got a white LED light and an amber coloured light. You can operate those independently from just inside the door. And the amber colour light is designed for bug reduction. So, and it actually does work because we've done a couple of trials with it. It's pretty good, pretty handy bit of gear. There is a LED light bar above the awning, pretty much useless. It'd be really good out here on the lake, but when the awning's out, you can't really use it. The awning obviously shadows it, but when you're not using the awning, sometimes we do have that one on, but most of the time that one only really comes on when we're doing maintenance around the van at night time, or we pull up somewhere. So here we've got the Dometic awning, really simple to fold out and in, like, I don't know, maybe 2.5, 3 minutes max. Fold out, fold in's quicker. And Sarah found the Navigator awning buddies as well. Really handy. Got a little bit of a spring down the bottom with a peg. So this is the peg here. Now it's got like rocky, soily type out here on this edge of this lake, and I could only get it in that far, and then I hit hard rock. But basically it's got these little knobs here, and you can preset the height, whatever you feel like, with the awning peg. You can see with the blue clip that you can change the height of it. So that's what they're about. I did screw one of these into here to try and hold the recycled mat that we've got down. I think it's a 3 metre by 7 metre mat, but I kept snapping them because the rock, but that's never happened before. But yeah, these basically just go down in here. There's 6 of them on the whole mat. I've got 10 or so of them, so I've got a few spares, which is all right. Might try and look in to see if we can get some aluminium ones of these.
Yeah, those are Peggy Peg pegs that we just bought online.
While we're still under the awning, a couple of YouTube channels we were watching, and we got this idea off one of them, so it's not my idea, and I have seen it on quite a few vans actually now. But basically went and got all the parts from Bunnings and swaged it all together, and yeah, they only really put the awning out lately on these 1 or 2 night stays to dry some clothes, so that's actually been really handy. I highly recommend it, so you're not carrying around a big clothesline that you got to fold up and pack up. This thing, you just unclip it and you wrap it up in a little tiny ball, and that's pretty much done. Muck mat on the outside, here's quite a large one, and we've also got one on the inside of the door as well. Quite handy, definitely reduces the amount of sand and dirt and rocks and stuff that get in the van. Like if the kids took a little bit more time in cleaning their feet, there'd be a hell of a lot less. We'll talk about the table and chairs. So with these, this, like I said before, goes into the front toolbox, folds down to pretty much nothing. It's by a spin effect, and 2 dune seats that we store inside the car when we're traveling. Reason they store inside the car is in case we come out to places like this on day trips without the van, and we have seats with us so we can cook and eat and sit down and actually enjoy ourselves rather than standing around all the time.
Yeah, I think we got the table and chairs from Anaconda. We do have 2 of the moon chairs as well, which are on the other side of the tunnel boot, and the girls usually use them to lounge on.
Very rarely get those chairs out. Maybe only when we're doing long stays we get them out. Fusion stereo is throughout the inside of the van, and it's also got a control unit in here. It's under here. Basically you can operate all your sounds and your music from this part here for outside and inside, so you can lift volumes inside and outside on each of these units. There's one here, there's one on the bed, and there's one above the couch. Just a USB charging port and a 12 volt socket charger as well for the TV, so you can hang your TV out here as well and hook your antenna through here. I'm pretty sure these RCA left and rights, I haven't tried it yet, but I reckon they must go into the TV and you can play sound through the stereo. Haven't done it yet, but I reckon that's what it's for. Another really good thing that Lotus have done is they've put these 12 volt sockets outside. There's one on each side of the van, and they're there, basically really only there for pumping up tyres with a portable air compressor, but we use the one in the back of the car for that. With the tyres, they've got BF Goodrich all-terrain tyres, including the spare, which is on the back, and Lotus have gone out of their way and actually, I don't know if they've designed their own rim or not, but it's a really, really nice rim, and they've put this decal and that on there, and they've got their own little hubcap thing going on. It actually makes the whole van layout look really, really nice. Today I set up the tread leveling or ground levelings. These usually get stored on the other side toolbox at the front, so on the driver's side. We got these ones because they're the only ones that fitted inside the wheel space. So yeah, that's what we run with. Here we have nearly every caravan, I think, has got one of these. Fold down and fold up table. It's got a little light switch here, which turns a couple of LEDs for at night time. Really, really handy. And it's got a 24 volt outlet here as well for, I usually just store or charge the oh, mind blank. I usually just charge the oh, I've done it again. Hang on. Yeah, I know. We might leave this part in this video because it's pretty funny. Anyway, I charge the drill here, so that the drill I have for the jack and the legs and the pegs, and I also charge the chainsaw and my drone that I use. I charge here as well. I can charge the drone inside the car. There is a little factory fitted 24 volt outlet. It's only to 100 watts or something like that, but it does actually work. That's it for this side of the van. So yeah, this is us as minimalistic as possible. So yeah, Sarah might give you another quick glance from this view. Oh, well, that covers us off for this side of the van. I hope I haven't missed anything, but oh, there's a tap down here too, which I might as well point out. That's for the wash machine, so you can isolate that if you have to for some unbeknown reasons, but we never had to. Down the back here, we store our recycled mats in this bag, which goes up on top of the wood rack. Oh. So I just chuck that up there, and I use these two rubber jockey straps to hold that down. There's another one on the other side in the water tank there. We've got two 20-litre freshwater drinking tanks. Now these are, I only ever put definite 100% reliable drinking water in this, that I can guarantee it. I've never ever, we haven't used them yet, except for when we're at Lake Tyres. I think we used it when we ran out of water bottles. So yeah, they have come in quite handy. Just pull it out, put it inside the bench with a little tap on the bottom of it. Those taps are removed when travelling. We've got, with the wood rack, we decided to put this on for campfires, and it's a homemade one. We've done a video with my old man making this a couple of months ago. A few episodes ago, yeah, we built this. There's a video of that. If you want to look at that, then have a look. It's only 3/4 full of timber at the moment. We've also got the Wanderer campfire. It's got a 3-plate system in it, and they all sort of like, they're all numbered and they jigsaw together. Only reason we went with that one is because it's flat packed and it's stored there and it's out of the way and it doesn't move, and it's more weight back at the back of the van, which is fine. Spare tyre, it's got the factory fitted Lotus rim. It's got the Navigator garbage bag. That's really handy, we use that a lot, especially when you're in positions or situations like these. And it's also got an LED light bar up the top too. You turn that on above the door inside the van again. One last thing I forgot, it's got these D-shackles down here. These are for rig recovery basically. You can tow yourself out. I've never had to use it. I hope I never have to use that. If I do, I'm pretty badly bogged. Toolbox on this side, like I said, slightly smaller than the other side. There's a few things I want to change around. I do want to put the chainsaw in the other side because it's on an angle and it sort of marks up how I stack things, but I won't do that until we get rid of Louie's little playpen, which is not that far away. So in here we have the Navigator hose bags. They're just stored on top of each other, and it's a little bit messy in there at the moment because I don't have the wheel ground leveling chocks in here. They normally sit there at the back where those green things are, so that's pretty much it in there. That's very messy. That's because I'm the one that looks after that. It's got all the toilet changing stuff in there for the cassette to clean it and get it ready to use again, and silicone spray. It's also got just another spare hose in there, and all the chainsaw stuff's in there. On the back of the stone guard there is a tap. Now that come in really handy this morning because we come to a remote dump point which had no tap or anything like that. You sort of just hold your toilet cassette away to fill it. But it's also really handy for every time I do a toilet change to clean my hands and everything once I've finished doing it and cleaning everything up. But yeah, very rarely do I use it. And the light bar up the top as well, that there is operated from inside this tunnel boot. I don't know why it's isolated to out here to turn on, but if I could have a guess, it's to when you hook up at night time, but we haven't had to really use that function. Yeah. But it looks impressive. It pumps out a little bit of light, or enough to hook up anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much it. On here we have 24 volt 15 amp inlet and a breaker, circuit breaker. We've got the LED lights again, the two-stage lights, white and amber. There's only 2 on this side, and there's another. Oh, there's not. I thought there was an LED light bar up there. There's not. Goes to show how much I'm watching. So here, in this one, we've got 2 moon chairs for our spin effect chairs, big egg-shaped ones, and we have our net from prawning back at Lake Tyres, which is useless to us now because we're nowhere near an ocean. And this is a love-hate relationship for Sarah.
Are you saying I never use a broom?
No. I use that broom to clean the caravan when we have long stays in caravan parks, which Sarah doesn't like me doing. So
yeah, because I worry that he's going to get us kicked out of a caravan park because he's washing the van.
Well, there's nowhere to wash them. Like the car wash bays are too small. Here is, back in the day, a lot of caravan parks used to have antennas that you could plug in straight into your van. That's what that is. I haven't seen a caravan park that offers that yet. It must be the really remote ones, but the antennas up on top of the roof are actually really good. Hot water service, nothing really flashing here, just a little bit of dust since we're starting to hit a few more dirt roads. What else have we got on this side?
Oh, that's the Wi-Fi sensor.
Yeah.
Just here.
It's not it's just an indicator light.
Oh.
It's
Okay,
just to say that it's on or off. So here we have the other 12-volt socket to pump up your tyres. I'll also be using this socket to fill our water tanks out of streams when we're really remote and we don't want to leave. Like, we can use a filtration system that we have, or inline system, and then we've got another filter inside the van as well. With the water, these two factory fitted ports, they were actually plumbed straight into 95 litre tank, one on each, so there was 2 of them. That wasn't enough water for what we thought we needed. We wanted a bit more water, so we built 2 tanks. One was a 180 litre tank and the other one was a 144 litre tank. 180 is at the front and obviously the other one's at the back. Now, those tanks are all individual. I've plumbed them so that they're all isolated via little hand taps. I've just got to get under there and quickly change them between each time. And to fill all this water from these is very slow. You can do it, it's just not very efficient. So what I've done is I've made them so I can bottom fill the tanks. It's a lot faster and quicker. We're talking 5 minutes versus 25 minutes or 30 minutes through these. So it's a lot quicker. There is a video of us fitting those tanks, which is in, what part was it?
Our caravan upgrades, but we'll pop a snippet in this video.
Yeah, we'll do that and show you. In here is the outdoor shower. It's good. I love this thing. It's got hot and cold, and like, that's a decent bit of stream. Definitely worth buying. Oh, if you have this as an option to put on your van, definitely do it. Like,
yeah, we use that if we've been at the beach and we'll wash the kids off and our feet and everything before we get in the van to have showers. Yeah.
Downside is we only got 1 key, so I have to get another one, a few of them cut, just in case I lose these, otherwise we'll never get in there. Here we have the air vents for the refrigerator and just better airflow, which is good. That was factory fitted. And in this one here we have the cassette for the toilet. So that's pretty simple and easy to use. Down here we have all the plumbing basically for the whole van. So with this thing here, I didn't want to have this exposed, or this tap fitting exposed to the elements and getting dirt build up inside there, because every time you go to plug your hose in, it'll just push dirt in there every single time. I just thought, the old man told me, oh, maybe you should come up with something with that. So yeah, I just swaged to some cable together and put some heat shrink on it, and just got a garden style fitting, because I didn't really want any weight in case I forgot it, but put the cable on there so I don't lose it, and I remember to put it back on every time. That's just yeah, stop the dust, that's all that is. These are the taps for the tanks. This is the front half and the back half, and the grey water taps just there as well. So those 2 taps were there as well for the 295s, but like I said, when I teed everything, it's all the teeing's done down at the tanks. So if I want to isolate individual tanks, I've got to do that at the tank. That pretty much does it for all around the van. On the roof of the van, I'll throw up a couple of snippets of that. There's 1200 watts of solar. There's 7 panels up there. 3 of those panels were already there. They were 170 watts. We got an extra 4 panels put up. They're 175 watt panels. So yeah, we have just over 1200 watts worth of solar capabilities up there. We also installed the Caravan. If you want to see a little bit of a detailed video on that, you'll have to go back to our lakes entrance video. That's where I installed that at the Caravan, the Rec Reserve Caravan Park there, and that's pretty much it up the top of the Caravan. I'm just laying under the van just to show you what I've done under here. Just above my head, you'll see one of the tanks that we fitted up. That one there's 144 litres. There's a grey water tank here, and that was factory fitted. That one there's a factory fitted 95 litre tank. Just to show you how I've plumbed it all in. So this is how I fill it, or bottom fill it, and how I can dump it as well. So I'll just turn that on to get rid of some, but basically teed it off and then come up into a tap, and that tap there actually goes to this one here, which goes straight into the van. You can see how I've continued that run into this one, so I can isolate this tank with this tap, and then when I want to turn this tank on, I just turn this tap here on, and then that runs through here into the van. So that's how I've isolated it. Now if I want to fill it from the factory fitted ports outside that I showed before, which are these, if I want to fill from there, what I do is it comes down to this tank here, that's it there, and then I've teed it, and then it runs through this white hose, and there's a tap there which runs into the middle part of the tank, and this is my breather hose for this tank to let all the air out when I'm filling it. So I can isolate each tank when I'm filling as well, so I can make sure I fill both of them up individually, which is really handy. So yeah, that's that for the tanks. I'll just show you the front ones. It's done exactly the same way. That's probably a better view of it, but yeah, that's isolate for the suction side of it, and then that's the isolation for that tank, which is currently turned off. That one's this tank's empty. Factory fitted tank with the suspension, that's all factory fitted G&S chassis suspension. They're all independent arms. Never really had a problem with the van at all as far as driving down dirt roads goes. Really sort of sticks to the road too. I've been up to 110 k's an hour with this Caravan on flat road and stuff, and it just sits there, doesn't move. But when you got half full tanks, it sort of does try and do the sway a little bit, but like I'm pretty impressed with how it tows. So that's what the under the van looks like. That concludes us for our Caravan reveal for the outside. So
well, this is our Caravan. This is our bedroom area. So up here we've got my wardrobe all on this side, Henry's wardrobe all on the other side. We do get people, like I've had people say, how do you fit your whole wardrobe in the Caravan? Like, we've got a fair few outfits,
yeah, and
we've still got space for more. So I just have all my pants, shorts and stuff, tops, pajamas, all my hanging stuff in here, and all my bathers. Got just underwear and stuff in that drawer, and then I put my jumpers and stuff down in this little cupboard. Henry's is set out a little bit different because obviously, well, he thinks he doesn't have as much clothes as me.
Oh, righto. Just pants, trackies, and then just shirts and shorts and singlets. And then this is my hanging side, which is just underwear and socks and a couple of jumpers. in this slide out drawer, I've just got like deep heat and Panadol and a couple of other few bits and bobs in there. There's not much in there. And then down the bottom, that little cupboard's actually got nothing in it, which goes to show how light we're travelling, which we haven't filled everything. Right.
Yeah, we've got these handy, so we've got these handy little pockets on the sides. So we just put the TV remote. I'll have a charger here because we've got some USB ports.
And on the other side's the same, but it's got our Sarah and I's iPad, and this is just the another control for the head unit to operate the FM and Bluetooth.
Yeah, so we just pop remotes in here. Our phones when they're charging or at night. We've got these little night lights, which is Louis' favourite toy.
I don't know how he hasn't broken them.
Yeah, he swings off these, hangs off them, so you can turn it on like that, which I do sometimes as a night light if I don't have the one plugged in the wall on, and then a reading light.
Yeah, actually on the night light thing, because the whole van was not off-grid at the start, having a night light was very difficult because all the night lights we've ever known are all plugged into 24 volts, so they were awesome. But now that the van is fully off-grid 100% of the time, it's always, that inverter never gets switched off. So now we have access to that night light, which is good because it's not in your face. So when you're sleeping, that one can be a bit protruding sometimes when you wake up, but it's good. Like, it does a really good job when you're trying to grab onto it yourself really quickly.
Yeah, so that one basically gets turned on if we've forgotten to turn the one on down in the wall and we can't be stuck getting up.
Yeah, and there's got 2 fusion speakers as well.
Yeah, we've got speakers here for the stereo. We've got smoke alarm, a little scuffer hatch, which was the what was it, like the dust reduction pressure unit?
Yeah, DRS.
But obviously we put in the Caravan, so we don't need that anymore. But we do open it sometimes. We've got washing hanging in here or something while we're driving. We'll open that just to let air come in. But we've got the Caravan Henry installed. So we just turn that on.
We actually we use that as like a quick cool down the van thing. So when you're driving or pull up and you're like, oh, it's hot in here. Sometimes we don't run it all the time. Like, this van for some reason does not have a dust issue. Well, mind you, we haven't pushed it down dirt roads, so yeah, if we need to turn it on to cool the van down really quickly, that's what we use, which is pretty lame, but
yeah, it's like if we're stopping making lunch and the van's hot and the aircon's not going to cool the van down, we just flick that on, which is pretty handy. So we changed out the stock TV we got. It was just a 24-inch TV. We changed to, what's this, a 32-inch smart TV, so we can play YouTube and Netflix and all that stuff on here. Yeah, so that's 12 volt too, so we made sure we got a 12 volt TV. So it was just literally take the other one off and this one plugged straight back
I'm pretty
in.
sure that's the original 12 volt cable too, because when you buy that TV they don't supply that.
Yeah, you have to buy it separate, but we just used
our one and it works. It hooked in straight away.
Yeah. We've got blinds, windows here, so I'll just get in, move the TV out. So you can open the windows and we've got a screen blind, or obviously if the window's shut, which we can just quickly shut. Just latch those. That's how you do that. Do those little knobs up and then you can pull the blind up like that. Yeah. Let's open that because it's a bit hot.
So the TV's been a good hit. You can sit down and watch it anywhere in the van, nearly, except for the kids' bunks.
Kayana tries, don't you worry. We've got another leather pocket up here, which we keep, just hang our sunglasses on. We'll chuck our headphones in.
These headphones we had before our trip.
Yeah, that's handy when Henry's editing and stuff, or if we don't want to hear the kids and their headphones are flat, we say grab our headphones and...
Or if Henry stays up late binge watching Netflix, Sarah can use them to catch up during the day.
Yeah, because sometimes what Henry watches in it isn't very appropriate for children.
So, yeah, I might sit down and Sarah always falls asleep first, and then I'm up for 2 or 3 hours sometimes watching my own stuff, and she's got to catch up. She hates that part, but anyway.
Alright, so we've got the, I think it's a wine guarded TV aerial, isn't it?
Yeah, it is up there, vaguely certain.
So you just, when you want TV reception, you just wind this up and then down when you're travelling. We hardly really watch TV, so we don't really tune it or put it up. We'll mainly just put it up if we, because we've got a solar panel under the aerial. When you fold that down, it'll sit on a bit of a solar panel, so we just put it up sometimes just so that solar panel gets full sun. That's really it, isn't it? So yeah, we've got a Sirocco fan here.
That was factory fitted, that one.
I don't even know what that table is, but it's a table that
can go anywhere table, which most caravans have, so this thing's great.
Yeah. So when you travel, you usually just pop it down, so I can't even do it. Oh. Okay, that's a fail. I usually jump on it.
Which you're not supposed to,
but I can't get it down. That's how I get it down. Henry can actually push it down. We use every day pretty much, don't we? We've got the Navigator microwave bag in here, so that's got our microwave dish and stuff in it, so when we travel won't get wrecked. We've got a hatch up here. I don't even know what we call it. It's
a Ranger hatch.
Yeah.
This one was again
skylight. Yeah.
Factory fitted one. Hardly using it.
Yeah. To be honest, it doesn't work very great, and we're probably going to claim a warranty job on that because it's a bit dodgy.
It's the little gas struts aren't working the way they should.
Yeah, kitchen cupboards, they're all on gas struts and they lock down here, which stops them from opening when you're driving, which is really good.
Yeah, I'll show you up here.
Yeah, so we've got just all of our, you know, baking paper and stuff, cleaning, bit of
bags.
Yeah, bit of a pantry in here. That's just all of our dried stuff. And then just more cleaning products, fly spray, stuff like that in there.
Fusion lock up here, and there's a couple of them around the van, so yeah, that's there. And we installed this knife rack when we on our first trip to Mildura.
We got that knife rack from House. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't travel with the knives up there on this one. Well, we're not game enough to, like, they're just hanging on, so. Yeah,
we don't want to damage the bench or them hit the floor, so we put them away in the drawer when we're travelling. We just got a bin we sit on the bench that goes into the sink when we travel. Basically the coffee machine, so we've got an espresso pod machine, which we had at home. Didn't mind it. So we wanted something really light and compact and small for the van, so we got this one with the milk frother.
The other reason we got it was you can actually buy these Nespresso pods, or however you say it, pods anywhere in Australia, so, or the one that we like to drink anyway, so very readily available. That's one of the main reasons why we bought this one, and we bought that very early last year, knowing that we're going to use it on this trip, so that's why we have this. We don't have the space to be carting a big massive coffee machine.
Yeah, nah. And this just goes under the sink in the cupboard when we travel. So at the moment we've just got our toaster, some eggs, our dusk oils for our humidifier up here, which we put on. We didn't have that. We bought that at one of the dust stores along our travels. Might have been Toowoomba, yeah. We bought that because Kayana has issues with like anxiety, and she gets anxiety when we travel. So we went and bought that, and she gets anxiety ease oil that we put in it, and she's like been a breeze since we done that. I don't know if it's a mental thing or what it is. It's a mental thing. We put the anxiety ease oil in the humidifier, especially when she knows we're going to be on a bit of a long haul of a drive, and she gets through it without a hiccup anymore, so that's good. Yeah, we just have our pots. Henry installed a water filter here, so yeah, I've put a zip tie around that so that it's mounted to it's mounted to the wall at the back, but I was worried it was gonna bounce up and down on this drain pipe. I thought what I did was I just rested it on the drain pipe, then mounted it, and then chucked a zip tie on it. It's the only way to do it, so it does not move. I just didn't want to rock it back and forth and busting while we're driving, especially that we can actually drive this car or this van down the road and have the washing machine going at the same time. So having water pressure going through the van while you're driving sometimes scares me a little bit. So I don't want to flood the van. Yeah, so that goes down there. The humidifier goes in the cupboard there too, and that's basically how we set up to travel. Yeah, these, we've got drawers, just cutlery, nothing too flashy in there. We've got a bit more of a pantry, some more dried ingredients, coffee. All that coffee. Yeah, things like that. And then the bottom we've got all of our plates and utensils, and that's literally our kitchen. We do have a chopping board in the cupboard under the stove. Which is in there. Yeah, it's under here, this little one. We've got a chopping board and a little dustpan shovel. And then we've got a pantry here. So just this is a pretty nifty little thing. Like, yeah, it goes all the way to the back. So they've utilised that space, that dead zone. We've got gas stove and oven, which we've got the grill. We keep like foil on the trays and stuff in there because we don't really want them getting dirty, so it's just easy to keep on. Yeah, we just change out the foil. And we use that oven a lot. Yeah, religiously. Like a lot of people don't use them, but we do. Yeah, we hear of people removing the ovens and stuff, but we use our oven almost every single day. I don't think we could have lived without it. I'll cook my croissants in there. Yes. So up here, more storage. That's the main head unit. In this cupboard, that's our junk cupboard. So batteries, decks of cards, games, nuts and screws and stuff that we got stock with the van. Don't know where they go, but we might need them one day. Yeah, so that's our junk cupboard. I have raided that actually a couple of times. Yeah, we've raided it for some screws every now and again. This cupboard, we've just got our towels. Don't know where else you keep them. We put them in there because we had nothing in that cupboard. The good thing about them being there is the kids can't just grab a brand new towel because they're in the bathroom. They can't come out here to where everyone else is, so they have to actually use what towel's in there, so it actually brings down your washing. That's a good tip for you. This cupboard, we've just got some snacks of the kids and Louis, all of our first aid-y things, vitamins. Oh, we didn't know what else to put in that cupboard. In here's all our electrical stuff. Yeah, so Henry can explain what's in there.
These are the isolation switches for the water pump, fridge and this aircon. The only 24 volt thing that's in this cupboard is that air condition button. And these are all the breaker switches for like the lighting, the fridges, just pretty much everything. In one of our other videos we said that we'd installed a wireless router for Telstra. Kids were burning through data like you wouldn't believe, so when we needed it we couldn't use it, so we got this. That's a BMS battery management monitor system by Victron. Now it is also a Bluetooth system as well. We hardly look at this one in the cupboard. We pretty much just use the phone. It's easy. The phone gives you a lot more detail. This here is the water levels. So you've got the 2 factory fitted tanks and the I think the last one is the grey water, but we've actually increased the water on this van. It was 2 95 litre tanks. We now have a total of 520 litres of water under this van, which is massive.
Can you hear Louis? He even thinks it's massive.
And this here is a hot water service regulator, in that you can increase or decrease the temperature. We've just got it maxed out at 50, that's the highest it goes. And I've found as we're going further north, we used to have it maxed out on the hot, but now we're slowly, I've started to taper it down to slightly cooler, but you can actually change that out, or probably really good for kids. So if you've got a little one having their own shower, you can drop that temperature right down, and then it's pretty much impossible for them to burn themselves.
I'll give you a quick look of under the beds. We've got storage under there. That's it. Some people probably think that's a heap of junk. So we got all of our shoes and boots and everything.
Shoes and boots? There's a lot more. Nah, we had the Caravan in here for a month. So yeah, the only thing we've really put under here that we didn't have when we started was Louis' baby seat.
Oh, and we've stocked up on some cupboard food.
Yeah, just in case we get out the middle of nowhere. And they're those coffee pods that we like.
Yeah. We've got kids' school, work, art supplies, things like that. Bottom tub's got camera gear, extra GoPro parts, things like that. Just cupboard food, water, Louis' little booster seat that he sits in to eat. We've got all of our shoes. We've got a backpack for when we go for hikes and stuff. Camera gimbal, spare nappies, because we like to stock up on nappies.
Yeah, you just don't know where you can and can't get them, as we've found out that you get the odd place that doesn't actually have them.
Yeah, and then we've got Henry's laptop, so that's all we keep under the bed.
The other thing we did too was this here slides in and out, which is the extension for the end of the bed. That was all there. All I've done is just put screws in it so it can't physically move anymore. It stays there now, so it's constantly always out.
Yeah.
Just means you can sit on the end of the bed now without worrying about, oh, did you pull that bar out? I don't know why it wouldn't be fixed in the first place. So that's pretty much it. And apart from the fire extinguisher that's under the bed too.
Yeah. Henry's gonna show you what he loves.
600 amp hour Victron Energy 3000 watt inverter with 3 200 amp hour battery. Just
hold on, I'll get him. Hello, darling. Come in. Come to mum. Here. Dad is trying to talk about his batteries.
So under here we've got a full off-grid 600 amp hour Discover lithium battery system, but the bulk of the battery system is actually Victron Energy. It's a 3000 watt inverter It's also a 120 amp charger, and it's pretty much on full time. It never gets turned off ever, and we have never had an issue with it. We've also put in down here, you'll see in one of our other fit out videos I've done, which is the Wi-Fi system. I put that in as well, and yeah, that's basically so you can leave your van out in the middle of nowhere if you have to and lock it, and if someone tries to hook up to your van and drive off, all the brakes lock up and they can't take it anywhere, so that's a bonus.
We've got a 180 litre Dometic fridge and freezer, so we can fit so much in this. You think you won't be able to, but we can live a good week, probably more, off.
Oh, it'll be a good 10 days.
Yeah, we can fit in here. You know, we've got, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
that's just
11
in the freezer.
Meals.
A little bit of a trick with your ice cubes. One thing we've found is when you're making cocktail drinks or pre-mixed style drinks, then we always just empty out our ice cube tray and make our drinks, and then whatever's left we put in a Ziploc bag and then refill that tray and put it back in. I don't think we've never run out of ice yet, doing it that way, so yeah, that's a little hint for you.
Then yeah, fridge, so we can fit a fair bit in here. We got, you want a yogurt or cheese? Cheese stick. Yeah, so we've got heaps of space. Fruit and veg drawer, like we can fit a fair bit in our fridge.
That fridge's not even full.
Yeah, we can stock it right up, like
yeah, you just
squish stuff in there and shut the door.
The other trick is you can unpack everything and put them in Ziploc bags, and then you get even more in.
Yeah.
Because you lose a fair bit of space with all the packaging with the meat.
Yes. Aircon. Yeah.
I think it's a Dometic. Is it an Ibis? I can't remember. I don't know. It's so humid up here that there's moisture.
Yeah, it's dripping.
Running.
Because we haven't said where we are.
That's a secret.
Works a treat, our aircon. So we're full off-grid at the moment, not plugged into power. Aircon's been running nice and cool in here, although we do have some windows open as well. It doesn't use much power at all, does it?
No. I've had it on for 45 minutes and the batteries were at 93% and it's used 10% of power, and here's a little bit of proof. Bit hard to see that, but that says 82.
Yeah. But the heater, that chews some power.
Yep. So the heater uses like twice the amount of power. We've done it, I think, twice now, where we woke up in the morning, I think it was around Canberra somewhere, and we turned the heater on just to take the chill out of the room, just for everyone to get up. And geez, we had it on for like 40 minutes or something like that, and we chewed through like 30 or 40% worth of power, which is massive amount of draw.
What do you want? What do you want?
Well, that pretty much covers us off down here. Oh, there is a cupboard down the bottom of down under the fridge, and that's just got the pump in there.
Oh, the hot water service was under the couch.
And there's another hidey hole cupboard down here which goes the full length, and there's absolutely nothing in there
except you.
Yeah, that's a little 12 volt portable pump. It does, I can't remember the amount of litres a minute it does, but say for example we pull up out in the Gib or something like that, I'm hoping that if the water quality is good enough we can just drop that in the water right next to the van and top up, just in case we needed to one day just to get us through.
So yeah, potatoes and onions. We've got these bags from House. Kids smoothie cups. They got a NutriBullet up there, so they use that. The girls love their smoothies. And then Louis felt left out, so we had to buy him a little smoothie cup along the way.
This kid is so clever. He just watched me open that once, and now he's trying to open it.
No. No.
What's in there?
Uh-oh, big batteries.
Watch your fingers.
No Louis in there.
Other good thing in under there is everything's like got so many safety breakers. It's got like 3 or 4 in there, which is huge.
Can we show them the bathroom?
Come on.
Come on.
Get in the room.
So we'll show you the bathroom. We've got a sliding door on here. Boo. They just pin up, and then you pin these down to the ground when you travel. Towel rails. What else do we have? Got a window, toilet, basin. Nice and black. Up here we just keep all of our toiletries, spare toiletries, insect repellent, things like that.
We overfilled all these cupboards from everything that we had left over from the house, and we still haven't got anywhere near through any. I don't think we've replaced any of it.
Yeah, I don't think we have either. We've got the Fusion Lock little tumbler here hanging on the mirror. We do take this down, and that sits in the basin on top of the hand towel when we travel. Power points, light switches. Drawers, they all lock in as well, so same as the kitchen. Top one, we just have random toiletry stuff like soap and spare toothbrush heads, toothbrushes, spare toothpaste. This drawer is literally all the girls' hair stuff, so hairbrushes, hair ties, headbands. Bottom drawer is toilet paper.
We won't show you that because it's very important.
Yeah, it's
rare
very
commodity.
valuable. We might get robbed if we show you that drawer. Shower. This shower is very spacious, I guess. I can have a shower in here, and Louis can have a bath, so like, you know, wash your hair and stuff. Heaps of space. We've got a hatch up here, so you can shut and open that. Obviously don't drive with that open. Fan, I'll turn that off actually. Light in the shower. We've got all Fusion Lock hooks, soap holder, all of that stuff in here. All mat down because we don't want to damage the bottom of the shower, and we also have a tub that we just sit in there. Louis has a bath in. We bought a little shower timer. We haven't really used it, to be honest. We're off-grid, and we kind of just know not to have really long showers, so we've kind of got used to it. At the start we did use it, and we told the girls religiously they had to use it, but we haven't used it in a while now. We just kind of know how long we have with water. And then the best bit, like, you can shut the door to the kids' bedroom as well when you're in the bathroom. When the kids have showers and everything, we let them just shut this door, and one of the girls go out into the kitchen or lounge, and whoever has a shower gets the whole bathroom and bedroom to get ready, and they just shut the blinds so no one can see them, and it gives them heaps of space. They can walk from the shower to their wardrobe. But yeah, another door, and that separates the kids' room from the bathroom. Another Fusion Lock towel rail there, or actually hook. Yeah, that's the bathroom. We've got the Dometic toilet, Works a treat, I guess. I don't know.
You're making me laugh. We've also got a window up here too. So that window is pretty much open full time. It's not right now because we've got the aircon on. It's not that hot. It's not hot inside. I just look really red. It's hot outside though. Yeah, that window's only shut when we travel mainly. And this is the kids' bedroom. So I'll get out of the way a bit and let you have a look. So there's a mirror, full-length mirror, ladder, and the 3 bunks. So where did you get the writing from, darling? Do you want to talk about that?
The kids' names, I don't know. I had someone say to me, did you buy your caravan like that? Because the name stickers are exact the same as like the cabinetry and stuff. But no. I don't even know where I ordered them online. I'll have to put a link in the description of the wall stickers. I know I got these ones, all the photos and the photos out in the lounge. They're from Arlo & Co. I can put a link in the description for those.
Oh, they're still there.
Yeah.
We got them from Time Zone. Little glow-in-the-dark stickers for Louis, but he just pulls them off.
He goes to his bunk and then he just pulls off the little glow-in-the-dark dinosaurs. The girls are like, we want to buy this for Louis. Anyways, reading lights and night lights. So the girls will usually have their iPad plugged in charging and their headphones, their wireless headphones. Louis, he just goes and plays in there.
Yeah, he just turns his fan on.
Yeah, he'll go in and he'll pull his fan out and play with it and put his fingers in it. Doesn't hurt him at all. We do not open his window at all. He has watched us open windows and I've found his window like with one little lever thing undone because he'll go and try and turn them, but we've got a rule that his window is never being opened because he'll probably jump out of it. So people will probably ask where I got the kids' linen. Louis was Pillow Talk. Nyoka's was Adair's. And Kayana's was Spotlight.
The kids have got some photos as well.
Kayana's little garland, that's from Adair's. That's about it. We've got more fusion lock hooks on the back of the door. This is where the kids hang their towels, so towel each for the girls. Yeah, when we travel, the ladder just lays on Louis' bunk.
Yeah, we always put it down the bottom.
Yeah,
in case it falls out, but it never has.
And this is how, yeah, when we travel, like the kids' beds are like this. Louis has one toy box that goes on his bed that he's got playing outside at the moment, and then the windows are shut up, the ladder's put on Louis' bunk as well, and then yeah, we're good to go. So we've got cupboards here, kids' wardrobes. We've got at the top, they've got a shelf each.
Strategically put in which shelves too.
Yeah, so Nyoka being the tallest, she's up the top. We just use these luggage bags. So the kids divvy up their clothes, so she's got all of her shorts in this bag. One bag she'll have her tops, one she's got her jumpers, dresses, so they just grab a bag out when they know what they want to wear. They can grab whatever it is, it's heaps easier. And then we've got these little bags. I got the girls from Bronte & Co online. In these little bags they've got, so this might be Noka's undie one, she's got one that's full of swimmers, and then the other one is toiletries. So that's about it.
There's a story behind that.
Yeah, the little deer, this little deer Nyoka's auntie Sarah gave to her before we left. but I think Noak was about like 2 or 3 maybe.
Probably 3.
And we visited Auntie Sarah in Bendigo, and we're in the car on the way home, and Naoka's sitting in her car seat with the little deer on her lap.
Deer.
This exact deer. And
yeah.
we were like, oh, because she stole it off Auntie Sarah's desk because she loved it, and she must have snuck it in the car somehow, and she pulled it out. Anyways, they packed up their house and they're travelling too, so she gave Naoka the deer finally that Naoka loves so much. Louis' clothes, exact same, categorised into luggage bags, keep all of his nappies and wipes, baby nappy rash cream, things like that there, and then Kyana's clothes as well, and her little bag.
Kyana was up the top, sorry, in the middle, but I was watching her trying to get clothes out and it was a bit difficult for her, so I said, which cupboard's going to work best for you? And yeah, she wanted to change it.
Like, if you look at this, like, they're really deep. They go a fair way back, so
it'd be 800 mil back.
Yeah, and that's all the kids' clothes and stuff, so that's all they get. If we buy clothes along the way, I make them clean out their wardrobe, and they throw clothes out and, well, donate clothes, or we send them home, depending on how much they cost. If they're not worth much, we just donate them. But yeah, if we buy clothes, they're to replace other clothes with those clothes. And then in here we've got our washing machine. How many kilos is this washing machine? I don't even know. It's Dometic.
It's a 4.4. No, it's a.
I think it's a 3.5.
Yeah, that's
maybe.
It's a 4.
Or 4.
It's a 4.
This is like our life. We would never ever have a caravan without a washing machine. It's so good. This can run off-grid as well. So
yeah, we're off-grid right now.
Not connected to power. We run our washing machine. Doesn't use much water. Absolute lifesaver. We use that multiple times a day.
It's not a game changer. It's a budget saver. Like a lot of people get them removed for cupboards, and I know everyone to themselves, so that's fine. But I think that's good. Like, when you can get, we haven't struggled to get access to water yet. There was probably one place that we truly struggled to get it, but to be honest, like, you can get water pretty much anywhere, and I don't use a lot of water. Maybe it says it uses 44 litres, but never actually calculated. It's probably right. But yeah, we save a lot of money with that.
Yeah,
free power and free water, go for it. Yeah,
not having to pay for a laundromat to wash our clothes. We have quite a lot used a laundromat to dry clothes, just in horrible weather. But yeah, washing, my God.
So yeah, I think.
And we can fit a fair bit in that. I can put all the kids' doona covers, sheets, and pillowcases, the 3 beds, all in the one load. So yeah, we were
running the little drop-in tablets, like the pods, for the washing machine. It was good for a while, but I think it's just easy. We're just using the powder now, and it's a lot.
We found that you can't get them everywhere.
Nah, so we've changed to just like the old school powder with a scoop.
Yeah, which we keep in the bottom drawer of the toilet paper.
Yeah, and
hello, darling. Where are you from?
You can sort of be a bit more religious with that stuff and use more washing powder.
Watch this. Watch what Louis does. He's a little shit.
There you go. He's pretty funny.
So if we don't lock the washing machine cupboard door, he'll go and open it, and he'll rip clothes out, try and muck up the cycles. Yeah,
He's pretty funny. He hasn't mucked up a cycle yet, I don't think.
Nah, he's tried a lot, but he doesn't really know how it works. He just gets angry if the door doesn't open.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. One other last thing that we didn't talk about was these are the light switches in here for this area. They've got two down lights. One of them it's not working. It just died, which is fine. It'll get replaced. And then they've got little LED strip lights everywhere. So there's one above here. Really good if the kids are laying in bed, and there's another one up here which is operated over here in the bathroom, and then there's above the two cupboards behind Sarah is the last lot. So yeah, that concludes our inside tour of our van. We've had a lot of people ask us for it. I don't know, what, maybe 50 people so far?
Yeah, and it's not that fancy, like it's a caravan. But this is our home now for a while, so yep. We love it. It's comfortable, it's pretty spacious, and it's got all the bells and whistles that you need, so
it's got everything we need in it.
Yeah,
we've set it up how we want it, and tried to make it as most comfortable for the kids as well. He's still going, Louis, down the back there. You figured that washing machine out yet?
What are you doing?
Look how good he can walk now. Hey? Don't fall.
No.
Oh.
You're gonna go play with your lights, aren't you?
Yeah. What's that? What are those? What's that?
He'll go play with the lights.
He's a bit gun shy. Oh, wait on, he's going. We've got neighbours next door and he's pointing at them.
He's pointing at the caravan. Is that someone over there? And this is what it's like having a baby in your caravan.
I don't know. No, that's the aircon one. That's on TV.
So that is our caravan in a nutshell. Just want to reiterate that we did buy it stock and we didn't get to build it, so that's why we've done what we've done after the fact that we've received it. So yeah, just to skim through the upgrades we done. So we did the ATM upgrade from when we received it, but before it was registered. Then we did water tanks, caravan, white tie. We put a water filter in. We've done the Victron solar battery inverter setup. What else have we done? The wood rack on the back.
Yeah, there's just a handful of things that we've done to it that we couldn't do, so now we've done that. And being on this trip, I'm very happy with how we've set this van up so far. You would have noticed that we're probably travelling a little bit lighter than some. That's not because of weight, it's just we don't need extra stuff. So
yeah, so talking about that, Henry will touch base on our weights, because everyone's probably thinking, what's your weights, what's your weights?
Everyone,
so,
it's the first thing everyone asks us when we pull up. So with our weights, we get asked all the time, and we weighed it before we left, after we'd fully loaded the van with water, wood, you name it, and food, and all of our clothes. So yeah, 3.7 basically on both the car and the van, and the ball weight's coming in at around 330 kilos. We are carrying a couple of extra slabs of water that we weren't before, and they're right down the back of the van, so if anything the ball weight's actually going to probably come off 10-20 kilos, if that. So, but we're doing that because we're in more remote areas now and it's harder to get good drinking reliable water. I think that sort of just really just covers off on that. So for anyone that wants to know what that was a GVM upgrade done by Lovells, and they also offer a towing upgrade with the package that we got. So we got a stage 1 off-road package.
So yeah, we're well under our full, what do you call it, combinational mass is under by close to nearly half a ton. Yeah, about 400 kilos,
roughly, give or take. So you know, we still have room. Like, we can, not all of our cupboards are full. Like, the cupboard on my side's empty. I think Sarah's down the, oh no, yours has got a couple of things. But the cupboard underneath all the oven and that's like right down the bottom, that's all empty. Like, we have space. It's not like we're cramming things in to make it work. And
we travel so light. Like, we don't have a Thermomix, we don't have slow cooker, we don't have huge coffee machines. Like, we live the simple life.
Yeah, I think with the battery upgrade that we got, yeah, we haven't had to carry a generator, and that's a huge weight. Like, that's 20 to 30 kilos on the ball, and that'll transfer straight onto the ball, straight up.
And we've already talked about, with that extra weight, if we have to, would rather buy another battery than a generator.
As it's turning out, the battery 600 amps for us has been fine. Like, 800 is just, I think, a little bit over the top. Like, it would be nice to have, but at the same time, like, you got to be able to rebuild that power, and if you can't do it, then what's the point? Like, there's been days there where we get it down to sort of 30%, and we're sort of just getting back to 90 by the end of the day. So trying to get that extra 200 amps back in sometimes might not even be achievable with the solar that we have. So yeah, long story short, we're happy with how we've done this, and we have had no dramas with our van. We absolutely love it. Couldn't recommend a Lotus enough. Like, it's just, kids love it, it's so comfy, does everything we want to do. We do not worry when we're driving about anything breaking, or it just feels really strong, doesn't it? Yeah, one more thing I probably haven't touched base on is the tank at the front of the van. It's a 180 litre tank. The one's 140 at the back. So the one at the front, when we're at the weighbridge, I can actually dump that quite quickly. So I did dump it to see what it would do with ball weight, and it changed it like by 10 or 15 kilos with ball weight. So Lotus have really nailed, G&S Chassis and Lotus have nailed where the axles sit on this van. Like, they sit where they should sit, and weight doesn't really get affected, and the ball weight's really, I think the biggest issue with your ball weight's probably right under the bed or in the toolbox at the front. So yeah, that's the only thing I can say, that I thought was going to be an issue with that one team. I thought, oh, we might have to run around empty, but we don't. So, which is huge for us.
Yep.
So that's it. That's our caravan reveal, and I hope it didn't go too long. I think it's going to. So we'll just have to wait and see when I edit it.
Yeah. If you have any questions or comments or anything, feel free to flick us a message or. Yeah, we're happy to answer any questions. If you're building one or thinking about getting one, we're happy to give you any advice. We are newbies, but we're learning quickly.
Yeah, I'm more than happy to get advice off other people. Like,
yeah,
you learn so much off all the oldies. Like they're so good on space saving. It's ridiculous. But yeah. So yeah, just hit us up if you want to know anything.
And thanks for watching.